Good morning. Happy December 5th. It is Thursday for me. I am oh so happy to be working from home today because because it is so cold outside, super icy. We got a ton of snow overnight. I'm honestly freezing, and to be 100% honest with you, I'm having a little bit of a frustrating week at work. So I'm really happy to be home today, and I have minimal meetings today and tomorrow, which is awesome. And to cheer myself up, I'm actually going to make a loaf of my favorite bread right now. So I wanted to come on here and say good morning and talk to you about it. I have been loving making this crusty, no knead Dutch oven loaf recipe. As usual, I'll link it in the description. It is made with something called einkorn flour, and we have actually been able to get einkorn flour fresh milled from a local farmer. And so I've been using that, but I did want to show you, you can also get this Jovial brand, which is also just as delicious. It's all purpose, so the texture versus all purpose and fresh milled is a little bit different, but it doesn't make that much of a difference. So I am actually coming downstairs right now. Where's my spatula? I gotta find my spatula to stir this. I guess I don't need it right now, do I? Anyway, super easy. You just dump everything in a bowl. I've got a big bowl here. I actually double this recipe, so I'll tell you about that. But it's super forgiving. You can let it rise from anywhere between 3 and 12 hours and it's fine. So a lot of the time, typically I've been baking this bread on a Sunday, but I actually made this loaf for one of the Thanksgivings we went to last weekend. And so I baked an extra loaf for us, and we just finished it the other day. So I really wanted to make another loaf, and it's just so delicious, especially hot out of the oven. So a little treat to myself. I don't know if I'll bake it this afternoon or this evening after work, but probably this afternoon. Who am I kidding? But I'm going to set it up right now. It's almost 10:30, so I should be able to start prepping it during my lunch break to bake while I'm working this afternoon. So super excited, but I'm going to dump everything in here. It's no knead, so all you do is you dump everything in your bowl, you mix it around, you cover it, you let it rise, preheat your Dutch oven, and bake. So I'm going to be making that right now. All you need is einkorn flour, salt, active dry yeast, and water. So I buy this active dry yeast from Aldi. You get 3 in a pack for like less than $1. These were on sale at my Aldi a couple weeks ago, so I picked up a ton because I've been making this bread a lot. So I use active dry yeast. When I double it, I just use an entire packet of this. I really like to use Celtic sea salt for things these days, so you can use any kind of salt, but I use Celtic sea salt. And then here's my fresh milled flour. So I'm just going to put this all together and make a loaf. All right, here she is in all her glory. And then all you do is you just mix it until it's combined. That's it. Scrape down the sides, cover it with, I like to do saran wrap, and throw a towel over it and let it rise. Here she is, all mixed up. I'm just gonna cover it. It's a very sticky dough, so if you make it, it's to be expected, but don't stress, it is delish. So I'm just gonna cover it up and let it rise. So while I'm waiting for my bread to rise, and also before I get back to work, let's talk Advents and open today's mini. I am so excited to share that I am up to date on my socks still. I'm going to show my cozy knitter first because I haven't knit day 5 stripe yet, but I'm up to date with yesterday. So I really just hung out on the couch with my husband last night, and I finished my stripes. And I started season 2 of The Sinner, which I like, but I would not compare it to Mindhunter. I think I need to keep watching it. I'm surely going to finish it, but I don't know, there's some stuff about it just makes me a little uncomfy, but I did finish this. So really pretty. I like the way these are starting out, and I am going to show you my woolens and nosh. I will start by, well, actually, I woke up this morning and, oh no, almost just sent somebody a message that looked like somebody jumped on my keyboard. I set my bag on it. I woke up this morning and I actually edited yesterday's video when I woke up this morning because I just didn't feel like editing that last night, and it took me all of 15 minutes to do it because it was a very short video. But after I did that, I made some coffee and I was able to knit a little bit this morning, which I don't always get to start my day that way, but when I do, I love it so much. So I am going to show you up to yesterday's stripe, and then I'll show you today's stripe. So if you have woolens and nosh, again, this is your daily warning to look away. And now that you're looking away, I'm going to show my socks. So these are days 1, 2, 3, and 4. I've been sending my sister daily updates of these because she loves to see my progress, and these colors just remind me of her. She loves these colors. These are so her colors. So I think these are oh so fun. Probably my favorite pair of socks I've knit to date this far. Now I'm going to show you today's stripe in the woolens and nosh. I love where this is going. I mean, come on, look at them together. How pretty. I have not figured out yet how many stripes I need to have per leg. I'm assuming, again, the Cozy Knitter is the same, but the woolens and nosh I have not figured out. So I'll get there when I get there, but I'll probably wait till I get closer to, I don't know, maybe next week, because I would assume that it's probably similar, knowing that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows. For me, I'm getting about 5.5 rows per color, and I'm also getting 2.5, almost 3 rows with the black in between stripes. So maybe it'll be similar to the Cozy Knitter, maybe they'll be a little taller, I don't know, but it'll be fun. So these are my woolens and nosh. Putting my woolens and nosh away so you can come back and look. Now it is safe for you here, but those are my socks. And what else was I going to say? Oh, let's open today's mini up. You guys, I have to confess, I shredded the crap out of my hand on the cheese grater the other day. You can kind of see I shouldn't say I shredded the crap out of it, but I did sure shred it up. So there's my knuckle. And then I don't know if you can see on my palm here, I somehow managed to like grate my hand a little. Whoopsie. It's been a little annoying, but I'm surviving. But let's open day 5. I'm curious to see where this is going. It looks like maybe things are getting lighter. Oh, yes. I sure ripped this open, though, didn't I? Okay. Definitely lighter. This is also really pretty. Eventually, I've done this in past years, but eventually I will pull out all of the yarn because I've had fade advent calendars the last 2 years, and so from time to time throughout the year I like to pull them out and give you a little montage so you can see what they all look like lined up. So I'll probably do that eventually to see the fade. So this is showing up a little bit darker, I can see, than on the screen, but it's approaching a sky blue, if you will. So that is today's advent. I don't know what else to tell you. That's about it. Just gonna keep on knitting. I actually have a pretty nice like 4-hour stretch right now before I have another meeting. So that'll give me some good time to just focus. I'll probably set my Pomodoro knitting timer up as I normally do if I have a longer stretch of time before meetings, to kind of hunker down. I've got a lot of like data cleanup work to do today. So that's really the main thing on my list. Just sort of boring. I felt like there was something else I wanted to tell you. but it must not have been that exciting or important because I sure can't remember. So anyway, I'm going to keep enjoying my coffee here, get to Pomodoro knitting, and I'm sure we'll be chatting later. Bad news. I got stuck on a call working late. I had more calls than I anticipated this afternoon for some issues that came up that were out of my control, so I didn't get to bake my bread. But the good news is I was able to actually finish getting my Woolens and Nosh Advent socks knit with today's stripe, so I only have the cozy knitter left. And my husband came home from work and is preheating the oven with my Dutch oven in it so that I can bake my bread. And it's everything I needed after the day and the week that I have had. Anyway, that's all. Just wanted to share my news, and then I'm going to make my bread and be happy.
Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare him room, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing.